Hi, I'm Wallace, the founder and CEO of Above Board Financial. In this video, I'm going to talk about term life insurance ladders for very high earning professionals. An insurance ladder is just whenever you have two or more insurance policies that last for different amounts of time. The idea is that you start with one amount of coverage and then plan to reduce it over time. Sometimes insurance ladders are a great idea, other times they're a really bad idea, and sometimes it's in between, just a matter of personal preference. To talk through this example, I'm going to screen share with you, and we're going to discuss the example of Lauren, who is 40 years old and a partner in an elite firm earning about $1.5 million per year. Her spouse also earns income, but Lauren is providing the majority of her household income. And together they have two children, ages 3 and 5. If we did an insurance ladder for Lauren, one option would be to do a $5 million 10-year term policy stacked on top of a $5 million 20-year term policy. And together, those two policies, that insurance ladder, would give Lauren $10 million of coverage from ages 40 to 50 for about $271 per month. Then, when Lauren is 50 and her kids are 13 and 15, the amount of coverage that she has would decrease to $5 million, and she would pay about $179 per month from ages 50 to 60 for those $5 million of coverage. An alternative to this ladder would be doing the full amount of coverage, all $10 million, for the full 20 years. Right out of the gate, that would be $351 per month, so about $80 more per month than doing the insurance ladder. Now, a little known and underappreciated fact about term life insurance is that the vast majority of major insurance carriers allow you to voluntarily reduce the death benefit in the future, and your premiums fall accordingly. So what that means for Lauren is that she could still choose to end up being a 50-year-old with $5 million of coverage, but she would get to decide if and when she wishes to make that change. So she could end up in the same place as with the ladder, but it would be her choice rather than the insurance company's. Now, there are many reasons why Lauren might decide that she prefers to have this choice for herself rather than giving it to the insurance company. One is that even though you might have one financial plan very clearly laid out, life happens, things come up, and it can change the plan. It could be a professional decision. For example, if Lauren decides to take a role with an early stage company and she's really excited about the equity value of this company and the chance to build something, but it's a massive reduction in cash comp, that might affect how she thinks about when she would really feel comfortable with only $5 million of coverage relative to her earnings power. Another reason could be a health issue. If Lauren has, for example, early stage breast cancer in her late 40s, perhaps her prognosis is excellent, but she just feels like if it were to come back or if things didn't go well, she would feel much better knowing that the full amount of coverage is in place. By starting with the full amount, she keeps the option so she can decide based on how her own health develops in the future if she's really ready to reduce coverage at a particular time in the future or not. And lastly, it could be something related to the needs of her family, right? Like maybe one of her children or both have special needs, and that changes the math around how long she would expect them to be dependent, or how much money she and her spouse would need to save up before they're really ready to say that they're okay having less insurance coverage. So for all these reasons, oftentimes people at Lauren's earnings level will look at a difference of $80 a month and say, you know what, for that amount, I think I would rather just have the decision be mine. I'll decide later based on how things are going, what makes sense at that future date. But if Lauren looks at this and says, for $80 a month, I definitely want to do the insurance ladder, we're totally happy to help her apply for the ladder as well. We want each client to understand the choice that they're making and to select the thing that truly is the best fit for their situation and goals. So come visit us at Above Board Financial. We'd be happy to help you.